everybody. Um, I have a problem and it's a great problem. Not because it's a good day to be a silly goose and read a book. I love this shirt. Sorry. Or because I have a new friend. This is Freddie, my thriller friend. He has trigger warnings. I know I'm being really goofy today. It's because it's about to be my birthday. Also, it's because it's not any of those reasons. It's because my TBR this month went a little bonkers, and I'm gonna reset it. So I had this great TBR video, at the end of April. It's great TBR. And then, well, life happened. It's a great, all great things. So I went to that book festival and I came back with a stack of books, for all great things. So far I've read one, one, and then, but I'm going to read more. And then I came back and it was Mother's Day, and my husband and kids got me books. And then, like, a bunch of holds I'd been waiting on from books that were new books and books that come in were ready at the library. And then teacher appreciation happened, and I appreciate everything my students do and say. I got some, oh my gosh, I got the sweetest cards. Just such sweet cards. But I also got a couple gift cards, so I use them for books. Let's not even I'm not even going to deny it. And so I just like I think May 5th I had thrown out my TBR original TBR. I kept some of them. I did. I kept some of them. So then I was like I'm just going to mood read, mood it up. Also May is a hot mess just in general. So I was like I'm just going to mood read. I've got some really intense books I want to read, some things I want to do for myself, so I'm going to read. And I've read some like high books, some great books. Read a five, couple 5 stars, couple 4.5s. I started the month off really low with a 2-star book, which I don't give 2 stars. I literally rage finished this book. I was like, I have waited so long for this book that I want to finish it to give it 2 stars. I don't do that. I usually just DNF it, but I did not like this book. Um, so and I've done all my normal prompts, right? So I've done 2 Goodread challenge books. I've done my normal couple of diverse author books, done a couple of nonfiction. I even read a couple graphic novels, which I want to get to do more of. I'm gonna talk about all of those great books in my wrap up at the end of the month. So now, from now to the end of the month, I get to just have some fun. Also, I finish the school year this week, 4.5 days. Also my birthday, so I just want to have some fun. And finally done being sick. It was like 3 weeks. And I get a month, like, after that, there's still going to be a month of May just for fun. And I usually take that first week off of school just to relax and read and have just relax with my kids. They've stocked up on books from the library. And we just relax and have fun and read. So I am going to take this, and I have like, I lost count, like I think 24 TBR books and 14, 15 days left of May. I still have my birthday, and I'm sure I'll get a couple. Well, I'm hoping I get a couple books for my birthday. So I am going to read quite a bit still in May because I have a week off just to have fun, kind of like it's not a vacation because it's a staycation. So I'm gonna read quite a bit, and I'm done with my prompts for the month. So I've done like my read my bookshelf challenge. So I'm just going to get to have fun with reading. But I can't read 23, 24 books still this month. That's just not practical. So I'm going to redo my TBR with the books on my cart. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw 6 TBR cards, but I'm specifically going to pick off of my cart. Then I'm going to still draw 1 scratch off that'll be off my shelf because I do, I'm kind of laser focused on my cart, but I think I still want to read off my shelf a little bit. And then in June, I'm going to start fresh. And also, I'm going to be doing a video because I'm going to be setting up, I'm going to be getting myself a book journal. I'm going to be reorganizing my reading because in June, July, I just do a whole new thing with my reading. So, that being said, let's get into it. We're going to redo my cards for the rest of the month. We're going to do 6 TBR cards, 1 scratch off card, and we're going to go from there. And I'm excited because I love my TBR cards. I get so excited. I love doing TBR cards, and I get to do it again this month. My current read, I am doing The Arsenic Eater's Wife on my Kindle. I am doing for my Christian living book, or slash Bible book, I'm doing How Not to Read the Bible. And my just like fun physical book is Paper Cut by Rachel Taff. I have read some seriously intense books so far this month. And this book, I have been waiting on it. I don't read a lot of books right when they come out, but this came out ready in my hold from the library. Cult thrillers are one of my favorite tropes about thrillers, and also has to do with true crime, which I really enjoy. And so I'm really enjoying it. It's an easy read. So I'm kind of enjoying just kind of this lighter read. So for those of you who don't know how I do my TBR cards, I do them a little differently. My son says it's way too complicated, but just how I do it because I like it. So I pick from this purple, and it tells me how to pick from my TBR card deck. And then I have these deck of prompts. So I'm going to pick a purple card, and this one is draw until you hit a prompt that works for a library book. I only have a couple library books right now because I'm trying to read off of my shelf a little bit. So let's see. I think I only have like 3 library cards right now. Library books. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. 3-word title. Yeah, that works. And I'm going to take this one, The Binding Room. I have been wanting to read it. It's the second in the Angelica Henley, Detective Angelica Henley series. The first was The Jigsaw Man. This is supposed to be better than The Jigsaw Man, which I didn't love, but I've been waiting to get to this one. I am very excited about it. When Detective Angelica Henley is called to investigate the murder of a popular preacher in his own church, she discovers a second victim, tortured and tied to a bed in an upstairs room. He's alive but barely, and his body shows signs of a dark religious ritual. With a revolving list of suspects and the media spotlight firmly on her, Henley is left with more questions than answers as she attempts to untangle both crimes. But when another body appears, the case takes on a new urgency. Unless she can apprehend the killer, the next victim may just be Henley herself. This will probably be the next one I read because I've been eyeing it and it just hasn't been like the right timing. But I think that this is the right timing to get into this book right after I finish Paper Cut. So I'm excited that this is the one that came up first. Okay. Next. Purple card. So I do take those out after I pick them. Draw from the top. Easy enough. Animal on the cover. This one gets me because it sounds so easy, and it is so not easy. Let's see, does this have an animal on the cover? It does not. I think this one sounds so simple. It's not simple. Okay, this one has been over and over again one that I have picked up. I've been like, I should read this. But no, I'm going to read it this time. I am. I'm going to read Skylark this month. This month will not go by without reading Skylark. It's been like 3 months on my TBR, and every month it just kind of falls off the wayside. It's happening. It is happening. This is happening. This will probably happen on the month I have my mini staycation with my kids. Skylark is happening. It's such a beautiful cover, too, and I've heard such good things. We have 2 solid books, but they are thickens. So I'm hoping the next book is not so thicken. And I would really like some thrillers. Like, not the mysteries, because I feel like the Angelica Henley one is a mystery. I'd like thriller. Okay, so the next book, pull the purple card, shuffle, and pick the 6th card. Okay. Shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fantasy. Ooh, I have just the one. Not too much thinner. But I just read The Book Witch by Meg Schaefer, and then I happened upon this at my local used indie bookstore today. I thought about getting it from Book of the Month and didn't, and I've like gone back and forth. Should I get it? Should I not get it? And it just seems it was like a oh moment on the shelf. So I'm gonna do The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer, and I think this is. I've had like so many people suggest that I get this book and read it. After reading the book, which I've read The Wishing Game by her, and I think this is like I've got three totally different books here. I've got serial killer mystery. I've got um, insane asylum historical fiction. And now it says, inspired by C.S. Lewis' The Chronicles of Narnia, this wild and wondrous novel is a fairy tale for grown-ups who still knock on the back of wardrobes just in case. As boys, best friends Jeremy Cox and Rafe Howell went missing in a vast West Virginia state forest, only to mysteriously reappear 6 months later with no explanation for where they'd gone or how they'd survived. 15 years after their miraculous homecoming, Rafe is a reclusive artist who still bears scars inside and out but has no memory of what happened during those months. Meanwhile, Jeremy has become a famed missing persons investigator. With his uncanny abilities, he is the one person who can help vet tech Emily Wendell find her sister, who has vanished in the very same forest as Rafe and Jeremy. Jeremy alone knows the fantastical truth that while the rest of the world was searching for them, the two missing boys were in a magical realm filled with impossible beauty and terrible danger. He believes it is there that they will find Emily's sister. But for his own inscrutable reasons, Jeremy has kept Rafe in the dark since their return. However, the time for burying secrets comes to an end as the quest for Emily's sister begins. So, I think this is going to be a good fantasy for this like end of the year, start of summer, needing to just fully reset and relax time. So that's 3. We're going to do 3 more, okay? And then we'll do a kind of off the bookshelf, been on the bookshelf for a while book. I'm really hoping for some thrillers. Shuffle and pick the second card. I'm doing a lot of shuffle and pick here. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2. Published this year. Okay. Ooh, I know. Another library book. And this is my Goodreads challenge book. And it's another cult thriller. So I'm going to read it towards the end because I'm reading a cult thriller now. But it's Little One by Olivia Munter. And it's from the outside, Catherine West's childhood sounds idyllic. Balmy days spent running barefoot through the gardens, plucking ripe tomatoes straight from the vine as the sunlight warmed her skin. But as she grew older, the farm and family she was raised to love faded into something darker, forcing Catherine to evolve with it. It's now been a decade since Catherine abandoned the farm, and she has done her best to reinvent her life until an email from a charismatic journalist interrupts her peace. Her first instinct is to ignore the stranger's prying questions whether she knew about a mysterious cult in Central Florida, whether she is the same Catherine with an A who lived there for a time. But when she realizes the journalist knows far more than he is letting on, she reconsiders. If Catherine can stay a step ahead of him, she may be able to find the one person she never wanted to leave behind, her sister Lena, and make sure her own secrets remain buried too. And this will also be a Goodreads challenge book for me, which I think is perfect. Oh my goodness, I have some really great books, and this is helping me feel like, oh, not so many on top of me, right? I love that feeling. Okay, two more. Let's see, I did that one. Whoops, that needs to be taken out. Fan 5 cards out and pick one at random. So we're gonna pick. I'm gonna pick that off the top. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fan these out. Pick one at random. Fan 5 out. A green book. Ooh, that's a cool one. Let's see. Do I have a green book? Wheel. Which one's green? Like, I have one kind of green. Is this green or blue? Some of these are like turquoise. No, that's blue. That's definitely blue. Okay, we're going to do this one. This is one of my Mother's Day gifts. That's Not My Name. So many of you have suggested this book. So many. So many people on Bookstagram, Book Talk, all BookTube. But I'm gonna do this one as one of my Mother's Day gifts. That's Not My Name by Megan Lawley. Um, I think as my green book, and I think this is gonna be a good thriller. Shivering and bruised, a teen wakes up on the side of a dirt road with no memory of how she got there or who she is. The police don't know where she came from until a frantic man arrives at the station. He's been searching for her for hours. He has her school ID, her birth certificate, and even family photos. He is her father. Her name is Mary, or so she says. Or so he says. When Lola slammed the car door and stormed off into the night, Drew thought they just needed some time to cool off, except Lola disappeared. Now his friends, the sheriff, and the whole town are convinced Drew murdered his girlfriend. Forget proving his innocence. He needs to find her. The longer Lola is missing, the fewer leads there are to follow, the more danger they both are in. It sounds really good. I've wanted to read it for forever, forever, and it's green. And that's it's a shorter thriller, so that's perfect. So we have The Binding Room, Skylark, The Lost Story, Little One, and That's Not My Name. So for the last thing, I have these scratch off cards, and on it are books that have been on my shelf for a while. And so just kind of in an effort to get some books off my shelf. And I haven't done one for this month because I wanted to get through some like mood books, and I felt like I had a lot of prompts this month, but I feel like I'm at the point in the month where I can add one. And if I don't finish it, it's okay. But I feel like I don't have any prompts left, and I have some really good books to finish the month. But I do have that week where I've, you know, added a bunch of books, and I'm okay to add a prompt at the to add one off my shelf at the end of the month. So I'm just gonna kind of spread them out and pick one. And see what I got. So I have a thriller or historical fiction. Um, I have several thrillers. So let's see what my historical fiction is because I only have one historical fiction book left. The Nurse's Secret. I don't have that book anymore. I gave it away. So let's see what the other side says. Hide and Seek. Oh my goodness, I've been wanting to read this. This is perfect. This comes so recommended and it was so hard to find because I don't know if it's not in print or hard to find. Nobody had heard of this book, but I have been wanting to read it. So I'm going to add it. And if I don't get time for it, it's okay. By Andrea Mara, Hide and Seek, a child who never came home. The game of hide and seek is over, but little Lily Murphy hadn't been found. Her parents try to stay positive, but they know this peaceful Dublin suburb will never be the same again. It's set in Ireland? Oh my goodness, yes. A house full of secrets. Years later, Joanna moves into a new home. It seems perfect in every way until she learns that Lily Murphy used to live here. Everyone has something to hide because Joanna thinks she knows what really happened to Lily, and if the truth gets out, it might be her undoing. I haven't read Andrea Mara yet. I've heard great things about her, and I think that this is going to be such a good book. Um, I'm so excited. I feel like there's a weight off my shoulders from all of these books I was trying to get done. This is very doable, and if I don't, it's okay. I have one other book from the library that we'll see if I get done. If not, it's okay. The Girls Before by Kate Alice Marshall. I'm just gonna leave it, see if it happens. If not, it's okay. I'm gonna be like very chill, very chill. Just enjoy, go with the flow, and see if I get any books from my birthday. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books, right? Yep, 6. That's 7 books total. Okay, including what I just got, right? So if I want to mood read after I get done with these 7, great. If I get books from my library, great. And if I don't finish them, totally fine too. Yay! I'm so excited. I hope that you have enjoyed coming along with me to reset my life. Remember, this is your reading journey. Enjoy it. Something I've been having to remember for myself. Reading should not be a job. And while yes, you should try to read more than just you should read many books. Sometimes a little difficult, push yourself, but other times just enjoy it for fun. So see you later, and remember, always bring a book.